Hi, and welcome back to the Zelda vlogs I'm doing before Breath of the Wild comes out in March. If you missed the first one where I talked about Link to the Past, I'll link it in a playlist at the end of the video. So the second game that I played through is Ocarina of Time, which I had never actually beaten before, but I have seen my friends beat like many times over. I remember my neighbor actually had this game, and I would actually go there to watch his older brother play it because it was just so fun to watch and it was so interesting. Eventually I did play it later in life, but I never got past the Water Temple. But now I finally beat it myself rather than watching someone else beat it. So Ocarina of Time is widely regarded as one of the best games ever made and is on the top of a lot of best games ever lists. Is it worth all that hype? Kinda. People may call it overrated now, but when it came out, it was, like, revolutionary. It was the first game I saw as a kid that, like, really impressed me with where games were going. It's the first game I saw that I think I would describe as cinematic. Even some of the cutscenes are in widescreen. That's really cinematic. The way the bosses appear, the way the characters interact throughout the story, you didn't really get that in A Link to the Past. Don't get me wrong, Link to the Past is a fantastic game, but it's not a cinematic game like Ocarina of Time. And some people may put that against this game, but I think that's a strong point. Also, the jump from 2D to 3D was really massive. Graphical leaps each generation seemed to get smaller and smaller, but from 2D to 3D, that was probably the biggest leap we ever got. And the way that Zelda handled combat going into the third dimension by using Z-targeting was a brilliant move. The N64's camera can be kinda wonky at times since there's no second analog stick, but for what they had with that controller and the Z-button, it worked pretty well. And this was one of the first games in the Zelda franchise where music was a really important part of it. Learning all the songs is really fun and fun to memorize, and a lot of them are incredibly catchy, especially Saria's song and Song of Storms. This Zelda also offered a lot of side quests and minigames. I unfortunately wasn't doing all of them in this one since I wasn't doing a 100% run. The structure of the game is very similar to Link to the Past, but what Link to the Past didn't really have was a lot of character. Like, you're saving the maidens in Link to the Past, and all of them are pretty much the same, while in this, all of the sages are completely different. And plus, all the characters in the world in general are very memorable. There's a reason that Ocarina of Time characters get a lot more fan arts than Link to the Past characters. So I might be on the side of Ocarina of Time is better than Link to the Past, but I do think both games are extremely good. Also, I'm recording this at like 2 AM because I wanted to finish this before January ends. I just didn't anticipate the Shadow Temple and the Spirit Temple being that long. So that was my Zelda vlog on Ocarina of Time. If you have any thoughts on the game, experiences with the game, tell me down in the comments. And also tell me which is your favorite song from the game. So the next Zelda game that I'm going to play is going to be Majora's Mask, which I have not actually touched ever. I've only seen glimpses of it of what my friends have played and what I've seen online, but I've never actually picked it up and played it myself. A lot of people say that this game is their favorite Zelda game, and I've heard from a guy that if this isn't your favorite Zelda game, then you haven't played it. So, I don't know, I still haven't played it, so we'll see. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to save.